Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tier Fun. I'm Andrew, your guide through Modern, and today I've got a deck for you that I have lovingly called Jeskai Cards. The reason being is that I just have no idea what to call it. It's kind of the bones of that Jeskai deck I played the other day, with some added exceptions. I was pretty happy with the Ojutai's command, so I wanted to bump it up one. And with bumping it up one, I wanted to add more 2-drops. And I've been looking around for like 2-drops that I want to play in Modern. And I kind of forgot about this guy, old Soulfire Grandmaster. And like, I don't know how good this deck's going to be. But I think there's some good synergies here. The main problem with a deck like this, usually, that I've experienced at least, is running out of gas towards the end game. So we got Ojutai's command, hopefully negates that a little bit, because we get to buy back, be it a Snapcaster, Young Pyromancer, or Soulfire. Soulfire is in the late game when you have the mana for the ability, is actually pretty relevant and could end the game real quick with just a Lightning Bolt, depending on how the game been up to that point. Spellqueller is obviously just kind of the Jeskai tempo card du jour right now. It's just I think it's too good to not run in these colors. But in conjunction with Ojutai's command to get us to the late game, once we've run out of gas, we got another spicy one. Search for Azcanta or Azcanta. I have yet to hear anyone say it, so I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm going to settle on Azcanta. That's what I think it is. I could be wrong. Sorry if I am. So Search for Azcanta is a card that I have been very impressed with in the little time I've used it. Basically, like, I had misread it the first time. I thought it was just, I thought it was a loot, kind of. I thought it was basically Desolate Lighthouse all over again. Still a good card. But once I realized that it was basically kind of impulse for non-creature, non-land cards, I was in big time. You might not even want this deck, main deck in a deck like this. I just really want to test it right now. It's got some minor synergies with Logic Knot. You can fuel your graveyard, and Logic Knot becomes easier to cast. That's one of the main reasons I've got it in here. That and like just fetching and casting spells activates Logic Knot. Logic Knot pretty good. Yeah, I think this is just a pile of cards that I think are good right now. I don't know if it's a good deck. I do know it's going to be very fun to test out. Hello. Hi. That's obviously not what I meant to do. So let's get in there with Jeskai Cards. I tested it out a little bit. I had like 2 matchups beforehand. Like, Search for Azcanta is great because a lot of the times you don't want to tap out for Young Pyromancer. I haven't tested Soulfire yet, but obviously you don't want to play Snapcaster Mage on turn 2. So like against control decks where you kind of want to be holding up mana, this is a safe card to play. Like if they counter it, that means their shields are down for your other cards. Like you'll be able to get their next card. You'll be able to land a Young Pyromancer and accrue value. If they don't counter it, and you're playing against any sort of mid-range or control or even tempo deck, this card spirals out of control real fast. I got another one on the side. Basically, I did have a Jace Architect of Thought in here. But I think this is, I think it's better in a lot of situations. It's not a target, like they can't attack it, so it doesn't save your life quite as much as Jace does. But ramping you and then being able to impulse it's really good in a control matchup. A couple other cards we got in here for grindier mid-range stuff. We got another Ojutai's command just in case. It's basically just for burn. Ooh, I thought I had, I guess I don't. Thought I had, what is that card? Timely Reinforcements in here. But I think I might have taken it out for P and Kieran. P and Kieran, just good. These are kind of, like, if you guys have been following what I've been doing recently, these are kind of all cards that I've been on recently. Modern, in my estimation, is in a very, very fertile spot for brewing or newish decks. Like, nothing in here is groundbreaking, but Search for Azcanta, I think, is 100% modern playable. I'm even fine running 3, maybe even 4 main deck. 4 is kind of pushing it because it's legendary, but 2 I've got no problem with because you can have one flipped and the other one in enchantment mode, and enchantment mode is still good. being able to filter your draw and to fill your graveyard for like a Snapcaster or Logic Knot is just very powerful. I think 3 is the number I want to be on in maybe a slower deck, like a Blue-Red Moon deck. That and a kind of deck where you're not tapping out much, but you still want to have you still, like, if you're not tapping out much, you're not adding anything to the board. So being able to tap out for something that is going to accrue value, a massive amount of value, the longer the game goes, and you want a long game to begin with, is something you're definitely in the market for. And as long as you're not going to die by tapping out, it feels good to have something to play early in those decks. And it looks like my match has begun. So hopefully I get to show off all of those things I said. Okay. Soulfire isn't the best in this hand. We don't have any burn, but I think this is a keep. Spell Snare gets a 2-drop. Queller, we can kind of go reverse. Well, I guess they're on the play, so it's kind of a curve out 1, 2, 3, but you know, also not. Oh no, red. So Soulfire might be real good here. We're gonna lead with Misty to get a Steam Vents. If need be, I will cast the Spell Snare, but leading on basic red land makes me think this is burn or goblins, and I'm going to want to conserve my life total. But if they tap out here, yeah, we're definitely... I don't even mind shocking here. That's just a good card to get down, and we're going to get a lifelinker down. On an empty board. Feels good, man. Insert meme here. Glacial Fortress. Okay. Well, we can give Opt lifelink. That doesn't do much, though. Sadly. If only Opt gained you life. Alright, just Snap Concede. Snap Concede. No, he doesn't. We don't want to Snap Concede. We want to show off the deck. I don't think I'm afraid of anything this turn. Pile Driver is annoying. But we do get to attack into it, which maybe we don't want to do. Oh, yeah. Well, now we're definitely. So, for those of you who haven't played with Soulfire, it's quite good with burn spells. So, this is going to gain me 3 life. Ooh, they're bolting me. Well, I guess I deserved that. But that's okay. It's still. No, it gets rid of lifelink. Alright. So, I could have held up. I could have played my land and held up an Opt and maybe. No, I don't have Dispel in the deck. So, yeah. There's no way out of that one. So maybe I should have attacked in first. That was probably the play. Another one? We'll fetch Island here. I don't think we need double red in the main deck. Well, yeah, I'm good with that. That might come back to haunt me, but I'd like to get another Spell Snare here if possible. Snapcaster, Lightning Bolt, that works too. So Goblins, I'm sure you all have played against it. It's kind of a mainstay deck. While never good, never great, but people like to play it. I hope this bolt resolves. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't. Looks like we're getting bolted. Yeah, that's totally fine. If they're wasting bolts on our creatures... First of all, it's a bolt that they're not going to get Queller with. And any bolt that goes to your creature in this matchup is a bolt that doesn't go to your dome. And the more squeaky clean you can keep your dome playing against mono red, the better. That's newsflash. Ooh. So here, we're just going to hold open Queller and Snapcaster. And Desolate Lighthouse. So, we're out of interaction. I guess we can still Spell Snare and Opt. And I will aggressively snare if something is worth it. Let's see. We could let this resolve and then block. I think that's kind of greedy. Let's just quell it. I think we're in a commanding enough position we don't have to worry about eating things currently. That might come back and haunt me. They might have another bolt here too. Wow, okay. Yeah. So, okay, they didn't pay the search card. Oh no, they didn't cast it. Well, yeah, that's unfortunate. I was thinking about snapping in to block, but I'm definitely not going to now. So we should be at... They should have a 2-1 on board that we can get rid of. Well, we can't get rid of it. Here, we'll just play this tapped. I'm gonna opt over lighthousing because I want to clear their board. Goblin Grenade. We're not in the spot yet where it's too dangerous, but it is a dangerous card. Oh, a card I can interact with. Excuse me, Garçon. I would like 1 spell snap, please. I always feel bad. A little part of me feels bad. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, opponent wasn't feeling good either. When I play against like mono red goblins or any mono red deck, or really any mono creature deck, and you just happen to have all these, like a part of you feels great because like everything's working, but the other party is like, they're having no fun at all. And, you know, I guess Magic is a zero-sum game, but still, the tiny part. And not like a big part, don't worry. Like, still got the killer's heart in there, but a little tiny part of me. Man, I wish this would get lifelink. This card's great here. Obviously, Ojutai's Command gains life. That's great. And we're going to be aggressively blocking with these guys, so this is going to... If we can get to casting Ojutai's Command for value... It's gonna go off. I don't think we even want. I think we're good shaving a path. There's no reason to ramp them. Obviously, we want all the interaction we can get, but I think P and Kieran and Staticaster are gonna be better. Could be wrong though. And yeah, we're sideboarding out Search because we're just looking to be as sleek as possible. So this is another hand without any interaction, but. Without any burn. Ways to deal with resolved creatures is the word I'm looking for. Well, the combination of words I'm looking for. So this is obviously turn 1 Goblins, the best start they've got. So we lead on Island. Fetch. We can go Island Plains. Yeah. I want to find a spot to fetch this as painlessly as possible, but I don't think we need to turn 1. Okay. Well, if they don't have another land, that's good. These guys can make blocking a nightmare, but when it's just them, it's not too bad. We can bottom that. Bolt, yes. Okay, so here we're gonna be a little conservative. We're gonna play the Grandmaster. Reason being that they have to spend, they can't attack through it, so they've got to burn it. And if they don't have a burn, we get to bolt one of them next turn and gain 3 life, and that is good. Tormod's Crypt, not great against. Well, I mean, it is good against dang it. It's good against Ojutai's Command, which we brought in, and Snapcaster Mage. But anytime someone brings in dedicated Graveyard Hate, like this deck, I think is just really good. Maybe not against all the removal we have, but yeah, we're just gonna leave up Queller. I think if you're the mono red Goblins player, I think you just run it back. Because any card you're bringing in, you're diluting your actual game plan, and your actual game plan is still really good. Even against a deck like mine, like you can just get underneath me before anything happens. Like if we don't draw this bolt, like they get rid of our Grandmaster, and then this is a clunky hand. So they might have another bolt here, but we'll make them use it. It's better than them adding to the board. Okay, looks like they don't. Okay, well, yeah. I'm going to use Ojutai's Command on their turn. Fetching an island just to save life. Let's see if they attack. So we're going to force them to pop their crypt. On our terms, at least closest to our terms. So, yeah, I think gaining 4 life in this matchup is better than drawing. So they're going to pop it. They're going to pop it. They definitely have to pop it here. Yep. Okay, yeah, if they didn't pop it, that would have been a punt, the likes of which... So I think this actually counters it. Yeah, so maybe I should have not forced it there because I didn't think about it countering. That's actually a pretty good play. Here, we're going to play this tapped, and we're actually going to attack in. Reason being is that we can bolt that and counter the next play or path the next thing. So it does unlock future Snapcaster mages, so it's not the worst, but it was something to think about. At least, at minimum, it should have crossed my mind. Okay, so wow, that's actually kind of neat tech. That's pretty good in this deck. I like to see innovation. We're just gonna bolt this. I guess we don't have to. Yeah, we're not gonna. If they're not gonna attack, we're definitely not gonna. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Because there are other creatures that are potentially worse, especially now that they have 2 mana. They're not going to be able to resolve them, I suppose, but there's no reason. Like, our clock kicks the butts out of their clock right now. So here, yeah, let's just, no reason not to. Don't need to be cute. We could have let it resolved and then bolted it, but I mean, no reason to. We also really don't want to use this path, and we're okay getting dinged for 1. No, I'll take that back. Their best play the last 2 turns was Smuggler's Copter, so... Oh, man, why didn't we wait? We're so bad at Magic. We're just going to get on that. Slow Boat to China, Spell Queller, 2 damage a turn. The 3 toughness on Staticaster, and actually on Queller, is actually pretty big against this deck. So this is a creature, we will let it resolve because Staticaster saves us. So is it when it leaves the battlefield or dies? So we're gonna, I guess we're gonna Staticast it. Because then we're gonna untap and Staticast the Goblin that it makes. Or they're gonna bolt it and they'll have 2 goblins. I guess we'll wait. Awesome. That's exactly the card I wanted to draw. So we want to fire off the Snapcaster, and then hopefully it goes to the graveyard. That's our game plan. So then we can Ojutai's Command it back and drown our opponent in value. You know, we're not a quick deck, and we didn't accrue really much. We didn't get any like Young Pyromancer tokens, so they're not out of it. Like if they Goblin Grenade here, I think I've gotta just Snapcaster Logic on it. That can resolve. Yeah, it's like I don't know what they sideboarded out for Tormod's Crypt, but I can almost guarantee you it was wrong. Let's get these. We'll let it resolve this time. I'm saving the Snapcaster, even though it's obviously going to get Tormoded. We're just going to play it, get our Lightning Bolt value, and hope that 4 damage a turn. Alright, so we're not going to get our Lightning Bolt value. But that's okay. That means Ojutai's Command is unlocked once again. Alright, Queller's a great draw. Once this deck, and basically any deck, any halfway aggressive deck with Queller in it gets on the front foot, it becomes very hard for your opponent to get back in the game. Because Quellers start stockpiling. Ooh. Yeah, we're just going to Quell it. There's really no reason not to. Just add to the board. Yeah, it's a concession. Okay, well, I think that deck is obviously, especially when it misses land drops, is a very good matchup. We got 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, main 12, technically 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 if you go long enough in the game. But 12 ways to interact with their creatures once they've hit the board. Main deck. And then, Ojutai's Command, gain more life, Staticaster, I think that's quite a good matchup. I think most creature-based matchups are going to be good. I think we might only do 3 games tonight. We'll see. We'll see how they go. Yeah. Oh, crud. I meant to get Rest in Peace instead of Ashes. Ashes, I guess it's still kind of worth testing. Solely because it allows us to have an extra layer of graveyard hate. We're not going all in on Rest in Peace because we have the artifact graveyard hates. So we get that extra layer of graveyard hate, plus we are allowed to still delve with that in play. So it cuts off Snapcaster still, but there's a reason that you might want to play it, and this is the reason in this deck over Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace is obviously, if all you're looking to do is make sure cards in the graveyard are not a factor in the game, Rest in Peace is definitely the one you want to use there. And obviously, test everything, test your heart's content. That's what I do. It's kind of what this whole channel is about: testing cards and testing ideas. But if your game plan is to be optimal, Rest in Peace is definitely the better card. So here, lands are good in our deck. We have a Lightning Bolt, but 5 lands. So there's better 6s. Let's be a little greedy. Yeah, this is a lot better. Land on top, Lightning Helix. I think I'm keeping that. Maybe I don't. Because if I miss a land, it's pretty bad. We're not going to be... The mulligan was greedy enough. We're not going to get too greedy. Could be a discard spell, or we're looking at Jund or graveyard-based strategy. Inquisition could be Jund. I think they take Soulfire. Well, maybe not. They might take Queller or Ojutai's Command. If this is Jund, our hand's actually kind of good against them. Soulfire and Opt are probably the least annoying cards to them. But if they bin Soulfire, that already activates our Ojutai's Command. They're kind of in a pickle here. I guess you take Queller. I think I would take Queller. They might have more discard. Oh, I guess they can't take Ojutai's Command because of Inquisition. Yeah, Ojutai's Command. Surprisingly strong card. If this is that Black-Red Moons deck, well, we already have our plains and our island, so I think I'm getting Steam Vents as is. I'm really interested to see what this next land is. Okay, so this still could be Death Shadow. It probably is Death Shadow. Yeah, it's Death Shadow. Yeah. Okay, so Queller's going to be pretty good. Well, Queller's not going to be phenomenal. It'll be alright. Won't be all that alright when it's in the graveyard, though. Ooh. This is actually the first time I played Death Shadow in a good bit. Most of my decks have been, yeah, that makes sense. I built them kind of around the Death Shadow metagame, but it's really died down in these recent times. But it's still around. It's still very good. We have Bolt Snap Bolt in our deck, and we have Ojutai's Command. We have one more Ojutai's Command to get back Soulfire or another Snapcaster. But if we get to, yeah, we'll keep that on top. If we get to start Bolt Snap Bolting, we'll be in a very good spot. Especially if we get to Ojutai's Command If we get to Bolt, Snap, Bolt, Ojutai's Command, Snap, target a Bolt in the graveyard, that I feel like we're going to win that game against Death Shadow. That's already what, like, over 2/3 of their life right now. That's 9 damage. More than 2/3, like 3/4. Especially once they fetch. So I'm countering anything scary here. Scary things are delve threats, creatures. Ooh, 4-color Death Shadow. That's new to me. Yeah, we're gonna counter that one. Actually, can we undo that? Okay. Boop. I'd rather have Ojutai's Command than any of those guys. It turns off Snapcaster next turn, but we're gonna Quell instead. If they have Stubborn Denial, it gets us here, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, because we have other spells that we're gonna want to resolve, like Path. Double Queller, not complaining. Okay. 3 cards to 4 cards. Interesting. So do we just run out of Queller here? I think we do. They know we have 1, so they might be hesitant, but they don't know we have 2. And any removal this one draws keeps the one that actually is going to counter something safe. Hello, Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Okay, this game just got a whole lot easier. Well, not easier, but we're in a lot better spot. Especially if they take this hit. It looks like they are. So Death Shadow is always playing that game of like, well, every damage I take makes my Death Shadow better. Wow. So at this point, if they shock, okay, they're not gonna, but they're very close to dead with just Bolt, Snap, Bolt. Fatal Push, we'll let that one resolve. We really just want to get their threats, and we're gonna flash it in anyways. Yeah, we're gonna get that one. And we'll be able to crack in for 2. If we draw a land, it's game over. So they could have a burn spell or another Fatal Push here. But it looks like they don't. Looks like we've got it. Man, I'm loving what Death Shadow... Oh, there it is. I'm loving what Death Shadow has done to just creature decks. Like, you can now jam everything. And what used to, crappy mana bases that dealt you a lot of damage used to be a big downside. But now it's like a virtue. It's awesome. And it's also really good for me because I like casting Snapcaster Mage and Lightning Bolt. And that'll be game 1. Unless something crazy happens here. Yeah. Force of Will. So cards that are good. This guy blocks forever. Ashes of the Abhorrent. No, I might bring in Rest in Peace against them just because it shuts off their delves. Purge is great. Staticaster is not good. And Ojutai's Command might be good. I think these are the only cards we're thinking about. The spell's a maybe. I don't think we're going to want to bring it in, and I don't think we actually want to bring in our Graveyard Hate. This would be the one I'd bring in if I was. So Lightning Bolt, on one hand, it's actually quite bad because it doesn't get any of their creatures. On the other hand, it's very good going to the Dome. So I think Search even is pretty good. I don't think I want the 3rd, though. Spell Snare gets Tarmogoyf, Collective Brutality, and Terminate. And that's basically it. We might want to spell over it, but I think we're okay sideboarding it out, and then maybe we get rid of 1 Electrolyze. And we go like this. I like that. Path is great. We didn't even draw one. I suppose. Oh wait, where's our? Yeah, let's actually sideboard correctly. So we need one card more. Maybe we want Oditize. We don't want Oditize Command. Oditize Command seems pretty good actually. So yeah, but maybe we don't want both. I think the third Ojutai's Command, I liked it when I was building the sideboard, but I think maybe it's only going to come in against real aggressive decks. Oh no! Look at how good this hand is. Why can't we have 10 card hands and 3 lands right here? Mulligan. Keep that one. Keep that for sure. Alright, alright. Misty's gonna get a Steam Vents. Flooded Strand might get a Plains. We'll see. I think they shock here. Oh, they don't. So after getting burnt out in game 1, well, I guess they have Street Wraiths, so. But this is usually the pattern. Like, regardless of what's happening against most Death Shadow players I've played against, they will always go balls to the wall, aggressive game 1, even if they know you have lightning bolts and they can assume you have lightning bolts and snapcasters. They're just trying to go turbo. And then they'll slow down in game 2. So the best pilots I've played against have modulated their draw, how they played mid game 1. Can't do anything. I assume they're taking Path here, which is just too good against their creatures. But that lets us land Soulfire Grandmaster, which they might have removal for, but so be it. I'm going to shock. It's the last time I have to shock, so I'm okay. I'm almost always okay doing it once, especially for especially for the first turn. Here we're just gonna Glacial Fortress and then land the Soulfire. This is probably going to inspire action from the opponent, and then that leaves us, like, hopefully they don't have a discard spell. Okay, so here it is. So unfortunately that they had a Fatal Push. If it was if they drew into it, or if it was Abrupt Decay, that would mean they have to waste their turn getting rid of the Grandmaster. But as it stands, they got to use their mana. Ooh, oh, this is good. I mean, that's never good. I mean, I'm tempted just to path it. Bonus for pathing it now. Is that we actually get to do it. We might have Snapcaster get discarded. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think if you're the discard player, you're inspired to play your discard pre-combat. To protect your thing from threats. So yeah, here I am. I'm just gonna path it. They don't have blue, so they don't have to worry about anything getting countered. I guess they're about to get blue, but they might not have another. They might only have one basic swamp. We'll see. I don't know if there's, especially with when you're playing 4-color Death Shadow. So we got to burn this first path. But Tarmogoyf is a worthy target. Let's see what... They're taking long enough. Oh, they don't have another one. Nice. Better Swords to Plowshares. Ooh, Traverse. They only get to get a basic land card. I think they punted. I don't think they realized. Because they don't have a basic land card, yeah. That stinks. But it's great news for us. when you're playing a deck like this, it's really easy to forget that ooh, another fatal push. That's okay. It's really easy to forget that you don't have Delirium because you almost always have it. Because they just didn't have a fetch. You're like 99% of the time you have a fetch land. So we're going to Bolt Snap Bolt if they don't do anything. I guess we get the Plains. We could also just Snap Opt. No, let's don't get the Plains. Let's get, well, how bad is it to take damage here? Maybe we wait a turn. They could be holding on to Death Shadows. Oh yeah, glad I waited. Lighthouse is so good. And Search for Azcanta, sorry, is very good too. Okay, so they're cycling still. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 is where we're at currently. So we just need one Bolt or a Snapcaster Mage. Who did they target? Targeting Magikarp. Okay. So I'm still going to wait. We don't need to do it. I'm also not going to activate because all these cards are gasoline. Ooh, Logic Knot's a great draw. So now, if they don't do anything, I will Bolt. Yeah, I definitely will. Because, I mean, I think, yeah, we're in a really good spot here. Like, if they don't do anything, actually, I might just activate Lighthouse. Well, I think Logic Knot's too good to lose. So we're going to double Bolt. Traverse here, I will counter. Flooded Strand. Ooh, actually undo. What do they have? They only don't have lands, so let's get rid of both of my lands. So Bolt. I think we can still wait. Oh crap, I shouldn't have played that. That was a punt. I just got so excited. Because we're not in a hurry. And Snapcasting back Logic Knot to get anything they can cast is pretty good. And if they don't have anything, we can Desolate Lighthouse again. Yeah. Red, blue, blue. They have creatures? Yeah, they do. So I don't think we can take Tarmogoyf off anything. So we'll just keep our graveyard stocked for future Logic Knotting. And now we get to crack in for 2 a turn. Man, I sure do hope they don't have Simian Spirit Guide. That would be a big time blowout. They're kind of waiting. Okay, good. I was like, whenever anyone pauses for that long when Logic Knot's on the stack, I become very scared of Simian Spirit Guide, basically everything. So while it may look like the opponent is a little bit mana screwed, and they certainly are. This is a deck we're not playing that, I almost played it. This is a deck that can definitely operate on 2 lands. It probably, I think, only wants 3. Like, they're really just missing colors, like if they had a red or a blue. They're really probably just missing blue. So this unlocks their Death Shadows, but that's okay. Because we've got double Bolt. It is something to worry about, though. If I didn't have Lighthouse, I might not attack, but we've got ways. So yeah, the Death Shadow. We can actually... Ooh, not a Death Shadow. Here, I will just House in response. We could draw into Another Logic Knot. Which one do we want more? I think red sources, so we'll discard them. So Ojutai's Command's a great draw here. Ooh, well, they're gonna get to search for the Uvenweld. Let's see what they get. Oh, traverse it. Traverse, search. Thesaurus. Ooh, that's a good one. It's the best one to get. I think I can still double bolt it though. I can certainly Helix bolt. So we're not going to though, because they have to tap out, and we could draw into Logic Knot again. I mean, we just have to draw a single bolt or a Snapcaster, and we win. Like if we'd saved that Snapcaster, this is a currently winning hand. So now blue's unlocked for them. I'm gonna just activate now just to see what we get. Because if it's a Lightning Helix, yeah. I think we just crack in for 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, let's do it now. So let's see. I'm doing that to inspire them not to shock. Okay, they're not getting blue, so that's fine. They could have discard, but I'm pretty sure they're just playing Tarmogoyf. Yeah, all right. Burn spells to victory. We could opt first to act like we don't have it, but I'm not that degenerate. So this is the big allure of Jeskai, or one of. Burning your opponent out. Yep, that was a good one. So it's another matchup that I actually think is pretty good. Queller, Ojutai's Command. Ojutai's Command kind of cancels their discard because they're going to always want to discard one of your creatures, more than likely. Definitely Snapcaster Mage. Ojutai's commanding back a Snapcaster is just... Oh, you just haven't lived until you've done it. I think that was the guy we just played against. So we can wait. Yeah. So depending on how this one goes, this is, I think, going to be the last one of this match, this night. It's still a deck that I'm going to be playing, but it's one I still want to refine. I'm not sure. I've actually been quite happy with it so far, but I don't want to go too deep in it until I'm sure it's definitely the build we're keeping. All right, so here, this is an iffy hand, and if you're playing in a tournament where your goal is to win it, I don't know. It's close. This makes it close. But I'm trying to test this and Spell Queller actually in this deck, so I'm keeping this hand. We're gonna just play Steam Vents tapped or Flooded Strand. Let's see. Does Flooded Strand make them play turn 1 differently? I don't think so. It might. I think it depends on the deck. They think we're blue-white control, but I don't think that affects you much on turn 1. All right, looks like we're up against the old Ad Naz, or yeah, probably Ad Nauseam. Could be blue-white control. Here, I think we're good. We have all of our colors, so let's just fetch another island. Actually, no. Let's fetch something a little bit more dangerous. Yeah, Hollowed Fountain, because then we'll have triple blue. Oh, we don't need triple blue anymore. We don't have Cryptics. Double red. Is there triple red? Bolt Snap, Bolt, Electrolyze, Bolt. Yeah, let's get another red. Red, white. Red, white. So if this is a control matchup, this card is going to single-handedly win us the game. And flash forward, whatever, 20 minutes from now, and you'll see that I'm right. So yeah, Sleight of Hand. So this is Ad Nauseam. I don't know how good this is going to be against Ad Nauseam. As I learned in the comments the other time, this spell queller only gets spells with converted mana cost 4 or less, so it does not counter ad nauseam. So yeah, we're not gonna be holding up spell queller to get ad nauseam this time. Yeah. So we need something here. I do not want to put Logic Knot in the graveyard because that is a good card. I'm going to quell basically anything, especially if it's scary. I'm not going to quell that. I might wish I had when an opponent doesn't play it. I'm really looking to get a mana rock. There we are. Ask and ye shall receive. Alright, so from here, I'm going to be aggressively binning with Search for Azcanta? I haven't settled on whatever. I have not settled on it. Snapcaster, we will not actually be binning that. I know I just said aggressively binning, but Logic Knot and Snapcasting Logic Knot is going to be very good. If we can get there. Should have got that second blue source. That's actually going to bite us. We're looting here. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we're going to grab this one. A 3. So that's for 2? Now it's for 2. So getting Unlife, you know, it's not the best. Oop. But that means that was the best thing they could do that turn. Unlife enables their win, so it's always good to get. If that's the only Unlife effect in their hand, it's going to be even better. Put Lightning Bolt in the yard. Yes, at this point. We can snap. I think we're on the Snapcasting back Logic Knot plan. Scalding Tarn is good because it fills our yard for search. We need to get this into a land ASAP because we need to start digging for answers. Hallowed Fountain tapped, and here we go. Ojutai's Command. Not the worst, I guess. Plains over Mountain. These are both going to be Desolate Lighthouse fodder, though. Okay. Island in the graveyard, we sure will. Blood Strand, alright, good again. I would have been to Snapcaster there just to get Ojutai's command value, for the record. So we will have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in the graveyard, and that will be enough, right? Yep. Okay, well they've got a slow hand. Here, depending on what happens with my looting, well, I can't cast it anyways. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, they're going off in response. Oh no! Yeah, I should have been paying attention to the mana. I could have held open. Yep. For Snapcaster back Logic Knot, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose I should have. But I was really trying to dig for more and flip my land. Let's see. Maybe that's probably not the right line. I wasn't playing scared enough. I'm just going to see if this is a typical ad nauseam deck. See what kind of shenanigans they have. Unlife, 2 unlife, spoils, 3 unlifes, 4 unlifes, gemstone mine, Lab Maniac, something to think about. They're running 2 packs, 1 lightning storm, obviously ad nauseam. Well, I mean, if they let me, yeah, they're not. They're gonna let it. If they let me draw, we might have had an out. So yeah, that's the game. What would it have been? Okay. And then what would that have been? Would have been that, and then we would have had Path, which is very bad. So yeah, game one, because of Path to Exile, basically, it's not a very good matchup. Post game one, Dispels are good. Even Ceremonious Rejection's alright. Wear Tear, sure. Maybe even Stony Silence. I think Search might be a little too slow to sideboard into. Maybe P and Kieran. So these are the possibles. I think Ojutai's Command is not so good. Spell Snare's alright, it gets the rocks. Bolt Snap Bolt's probably how we're winning. Soulfire is medium, but it also could buy us back to spells if we get to that point. Maybe we need one more card. Ooh, no. Maybe we need another card for this matchup. Because none of these are great. I guess Stony Silence is... I mean, it shuts off their mana rocks, basically. But as you saw, they don't need them to go off. Like, it just makes it easier. So maybe we will get rid of the Soulfires. Just upgrade it. We don't really want to tap out for P and Kieran, though. So yeah, maybe one Soulfire. Let's see how this looks. 59. Great. Oh, I sideboarded both the Soulfires out. I think we probably do want both Soulfires, though. What would I take out? A Search, I suppose. Because one is good. Having to cast two, at least in the early game, is not good. And maybe Search is just too good to not. Alright, so we can't cast much of anything, but these cards, Negate itself is good, so we'll keep it. Opponent's mulliganing, so automatically feeling better about this keep. Do they go down to 5? They do go down to 5. Do they go down to 4? No. And pass. Did they scry? What was the scry like? Scry guy says top. Oh, let's see what they do here. Bottom. Okay, so they're searching. If they don't play land next turn, they're searching for lands. Would have loved that to be a mountain, but this card's pretty good. We'll play the plans. Getting a mana rock is going to feel quite good. Oof. Well, I kind of want to negate this, but we're going to let it slide. Negate's too good to really waste willy-nilly. Alright, so they are looking for lands. So it's really unfortunate. Oh, it's super unfortunate that I don't have a mountain. Jamming Young Pyromancer early is one of the best ways to win against this deck. Well, they drew that, so they probably, if they bottom, that means it's not a land. Okay. It's too good. It's too good, Andrew. Don't use it. I know you want to. So they top-bottomed. So if they play land, that's the card they drew. Come on, one time. Alright, well, maybe this does something. Hopefully they topped a mana rock. Looks like maybe they did. Because they didn't immediately play land. Could have been that, though. Let's see what happens. If they play a 2-drop, I will counter it. Spell Snare's a card I could have sided out, but getting mana rocks is pretty good. Attacking their mana is the best way to win this game, outside of early pressure. Blood Moon would be great. Wow, so they're tanking here. They must have a mana rock. Really need a red. Oh, I meant a red mana, not a red card. Oh, brother. Well, opponent, we're both in the same. We're in the same boat. Dreadship Reef getting a counter. Alright, let's see what the scry goes. Just going to leave open the chat because of all the scrying that's happening. Bottomed. Alright. They went through a whole lot of cantrips. Opt. Yeah. It'd be nice to leave open interaction. We'll bottom that. Land. Yes. So here they will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? No. So they have 4. All right. So this is a turn. I think we can play Young Pyromancer. I just hope they don't have Spirit Guide. Ugh. So they're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. They do have 5 mana, but they need. Oh, this could be it. Yep. Yeah, if they have Angel's Grace, we're just dead. But we were dead the second we tapped this blue source. Looks like they don't. They're just going for value ad nauseam. Nah, it looks like they do. Yeah, mother flipper. All right, well, good game. We won't make him go through with it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. We should have won game 1. Well, we shouldn't have done anything. Like, we could have been in a better position game 1. And we had so much interaction there. We could have held it open. But I really believe that the longer you wait in that matchup, the harder it gets to win. Especially when you're a reactive deck. Like, we needed. I don't think that's wrong. I could be wrong. Or you could always be wrong. But I really don't think it's wrong to jam Young Pyromancer there, especially after we tapped out of blue. Like, we could get 1 ad nauseum, but they're just as likely to have packed as well. Like, we need to get pressure down there or we're not winning. Maybe we wait a turn to get pressure, but I don't know. We don't really have a good sideboard strategy for that matchup. Thankfully, it's not too popular. The deck as constructed really wants to play against other interactive decks or other creature decks. Storm is a good matchup because of Spell Queller, but yeah, and I guess, ad nauseam is not the worst matchup. Maybe sideboarding out Queller is actually pretty good. So yeah, we're obviously not ending on that. That was Bumsville, Population Us. Yeah, all of our 1-drops. Well, not all of them. Is it all of them? It might be. Regardless, we're keeping it. Scalding Tarn. This is going to get good old Steam Vents. Good old fashioned Steam Vents. Yeehaw. Well, looks like we're going against Storm. So in that case, I do not mind shocking myself. Oh, that was close. Queller, thank you. I will definitely take that. Get rid of that chat. I have this big open screen for you guys. Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand always has like almost good art on all of its arts. I wouldn't call any of them great, but they're interesting. It is interesting art in all of them. These paths are gonna be, I guess they're all right. I guess we're just gonna conceal. There's no way we're gonna want a path and bolt, so we'll hide as much information for as long as possible, as long as it doesn't hurt us. 2 islands. Mirror. Well, they get in, so it might not be Storm. Or it could be. This card is quite good. Alright, I don't think we're dead next turn, so we're just yamming it. Brew versus Brew. Who comes out? It's probably just Storm and not a Brew. Well, they have... Maybe they're mono blue. Ooh, this is interesting. I'm going to hold up and... Okay. If they're mono blue, these are horrendous. Maybe it's taking turns. I suppose we'll find out. If they flash in a dictate here. There it is. Yeah, we'll quell that. Okay. So it'd be nice to get a land. The fact that they've got search already rolling and we don't have search feels very bad. So they drew something good. We know that. Ooh, Time Walk. Very happy that I got that dictate. This Time Walk is... I'm very glad the Temporal Mastery is on a turn like this and not a later turn. Oh, there's Halimar Depths. Okay. Like medium value, right? Sure. So yeah, getting to Time Walk with search is actually really good. Another one? Oh! Oh, I cannot wait to sideboard out these paths. So once they get to 5 mana, this deck becomes very hard to beat. It kind of... I don't know if you haven't played against taking turns before. They basically just play Time Walk into Time Walk into Time Walk, and obviously Time Walk isn't legal, but the Time Warp, the 5 mana Time Walk, that's modern legal. So and there's a couple other spells like Temporal Mastery, of course, which is Time Walk if you get to Miracle it, and God, there's like a meeting at Shingzo or something weird like that. That is a Time Walk, or Time Warp, essentially. Walk the Aeons is a 6 mana one with buyback. What's that other one? Part the Water Veil, the recently printed one. Very sweet card because it's a Time Walk that also wins you the game by animating one of your lands and turning it into a creature, which is pretty sweet. So we could just very well be dead here, but we'll see. Halimar Depths is actually, when they initially played it, I was like, that's interesting, but then they just went off with like back-to-back Temporal Masteries. So it's got some combo potential with Miracle cards. This looks to just be straight up mono blue taking turns. Man, Search is actually really good in this deck. Search is just a good card. Another one. Holy Toledo. Yeah, I think we're just dead here. It's kind of insane. Wow. I'm glad I got this on. I mean, it's Exhaustion. Okay. Exhaustion is actually not his or her next attack. Okay, that is good then. Yeah, I'm glad I got this on camera. Not necessarily for my enjoyment, but this deck is going off right now, and it's actually kind of cool when it does. So if you're rooting for me, sorry guys, but if you're rooting for Fun Modern, this is good. This is fun. I get to sit here and drink my cold iced coffee, which I guess is exactly what you want. And Search is just getting them tons of value. I guess it hasn't gotten them much value because they haven't discarded anything, but it could have been getting them a lot of value. So yeah, we're just gonna let their Time Walks happen for the next couple of turns at least, because they need to have something that kills us before you concede, and we can just have 6 here, so that's not so bad. Telling Time, okay, that's while it has time in the name, is not a Time Walk. For all I know, they're manipulating yet another Temporal Mastery. I can't believe I just got triple Temporal Mastery. Welcome to Modern, am I right? Yowza. Oh, we got a turn. We did it. Path is actually pretty good if their game plan is to Part the Water Veil for victory. Usually this deck runs Elixir of Immortality to shuffle their graveyard. Oh, another one. The fourth one. How? But yeah, they usually run elixirs so they don't deck, because it's actually surprisingly easy to run through your entire deck with this deck. Now that they've flipped their land, it's going to be it's basically academic at this point. Like, opponent's seen the top X cards of their library so many times. Like, if it was paper, I'd be like, if you have 2 time walks in hand with the search, I think I'm just conceding. All right, so you got to reveal something here. I can't believe my opponent got to do cooler stuff with search before I did. Let's dismiss these. Let's see what they get. Serum Visions. That's not so bad. So they do get another turn because of Time Walk. But we get to crack into for 4, and then we have 6 points of burn, so we're not out of it. If we draw a Spell Queller, I think we're actually in a good spot. We're in a medium spot. Medium good. If we don't draw a way to interact with their next Time Walk, they have it. Okay, okay, well, they have to have another Time Walk here, right? Maybe they've got one. Oh, yeah, here's another one. Yeah, it's got Delve, so it can be cost for 3. Another combo with freaking Search for Azcanta. It's good. This might be the best search deck. Time Warp, sure. Howling Mind, sure. So at this point, they're drawing 3 cards a turn. They can look at another one with search if they need to, and their deck's full of Time Warps. So I think if they play another Dictate effect, I think I'm safe to concede here. Another Time Warp isn't that scary, so they're just hard casting Temporal Trespass here. Oh, Part the Water Veil. Okay, well, we get to interact with that. I don't think they have counter spells, so I'm okay waiting. Gives them access to 1 less mana. Yeah, so these paths are actually going to play up quite well if this is their strategy. We might even take the first hit, to be honest. Because they're out of walks. Time Walks. My name is Walk. Time Walk. Oh, I'll be here all night, ladies and gentlemen. Another Part the Water Veil. Okay. So we're going to let ourselves get hit by this one. Yeah. It gives them 1 more land to draw. If they have another Part the Water Veil, we are just dead. Well, I guess we're not dead. We're at 1 life, but, you know, for all intents and purposes. So I don't think... I might want to leave in some number of paths. I don't think we want all 4, though. No, maybe it's just... Yeah. I don't think we want path. I think at this point, if we're at the point where they're actually... Yeah. Alright, so... We can... Let's see. They got another turn, so they can hit us for 6 and 12. We're going to use this path. So if they don't have another Time Walk in the next top 4 cards and the next 3 draws, we're good. And also in their hand, and they have Exhaustion. So yeah, we're actually just dead here. Because they're going to be able to hit us for 6 more next turn, and then they can exhaust us. So we can't untap. Yeah, so that was a Savage Whooping. Negate is good. I wish there was a... I guess Wear Tear is alright. Dispel... They might have Cryptic, but I don't think we're too worried about Cryptic. Queller's good. I think Path is just bad. I suppose we could, if they're running the elixir plan, we could attempt to painstakingly mill them out by controlling their graveyard. I don't think Ashes does anything. Now, this is another matchup where you should obviously have Rest in Peace. If, if they're even on the Elixir of Immortality plan. I don't think they have anything for 2 mana either. So we might actually have to leave in a lot here. Search seems okay, I guess. Better than some of these cards. Wow. Okay, so say we take out that, bring in this. We still got to bring in 2 cards. Man, what do we do? There are no creatures, so even these Ojutai's commands we probably don't want. 2 drops. Howling Mind's a 3 drop? Yeah, I don't think they have any 2 drops. I'm sure I'm very wrong about that. I guess we'll just put in 2 paths. Alright. I think Soul Firing back. Yeah, I think this is a bad matchup too. And that is a bad hand. Okay. Maybe they'll mulligan to infinity. That's our only hope. Watch, they're gonna mulligan to 5, and then they're gonna mulligan to 4, and then they're gonna just absolutely curb stomp us. We don't need that one. We're gonna leave on an island. Basically, I just don't want to accidentally opt into the land I've just bottomed. So that's one less bad card for us to opt into here. Bottom that. Ooh, Snapcaster. All right. Here we're just gonna play the search. Yes, my friend, we are both on search, except yours might be a bit better than mine. So Logic Knot. Oop, they are stuck on 1 land. All right, we're doing it. Logic Knot. Ooh, no, that is a good one. So we get to quell their next play. I think we might want to just get aggressive with the Snapcaster because next turn we're going to want to hold up Queller for here into infinity. Bottom. Ooh, okay. Alright, we're in a good spot now. Good spot. Back. Good spot. Spell Queller. Yes, we will put that into the graveyard. And we'll draw another one. How about that? So Queller here is great for all their enablers. I think we're just going to cast a Queller. We're just going to try to put the hurting on him. Yeah. So opponent had enough. So that went well. I have a feeling the next one won't go quite as well, but we'll see. I think maybe I might want more negates, not just for this matchup, but in general. Maybe Rejection is medium, because any deck we'd bring it in against. Like, even Eldrazi, Rejection is kind of scary, because if they have, Cavern of Souls, it's just not good. So maybe we get another negate card. Or maybe instead, Ceremonious Rejection, we'll bring in Disdainful Stroke? No, is that the card? Yeah, that is the card. That might be a more well-rounded answer. Of course, it's Path to Exile. I don't think this is a keep, actually. If I had Search, I'd keep it, because that's value over the long haul. But we're not, Path is bad. Snapcaster's good, but we don't have anything here, and we're really relying on the top of our deck. I think we can afford to mulligan once. Yeah, this is a whole lot better. And that's a whole lot better. Alright. question is, do we tap out for search on turn 2? I think the only thing that gets us is... I think we're okay doing that. Cards that get us really is just temporal mastery into temporal mastery. No, temporal mastery into time warp. But I think game 1 was kind of insane what opponent did with all those temporal masteries. Like, that allowed them to go off probably 2 turns sooner than they would have otherwise. So we'll let them do their thing. It's not that, like, we could fetch in response and opt, but, you know. I don't think that will inform them on a play, because they're kind of just trying to do what they want to do while we do what we want to do. Maybe we do take a turn on. I think turn 2 is the absolute safest time to play search. And so that's when we will do it. Steam Vents. Bottom that hard as I can. Oh, yeah. So here I'm going to get Hollowed Fountain. This is just for search and logic knot purposes. Our life total does not matter in this matchup. I mean, it does, but you know what I mean. So as long as they don't time walk this turn, we're good. Okay. We have the search advantage this time. Yes, we will definitely bin that one. Lightning Bolt's good. All right, good. So we're gonna quell any enabler this turn. I don't think. We'll see. I don't think like if they were to say Temporal Mastery here, I don't think. I suppose I shouldn't. I think this is fine. We'll wait. They're gonna want to play it on our end step anyways. Yep, bin that. Soulfire. So here we're gonna just jam Soulfire and we'll Logic Knot. We'll Logic Knot a Time Walk, Time Warp. Come see, come saw. They do have Remands. Okay. So Spell Snare is a little bit better. Oh, it also gets Search. I wasn't even thinking. Exhaustion. Yeah, let's grab this one. They're obviously hurting for some time here. 1, 2, 3. That's right, I'm playing around Simian Spirit Guide. It has lifelink too. How much value is this right here? Look at this value. So yeah, it felt like an aggressive exhaustion. Ojutai's Command in the graveyard, yeah. So I felt okay countering that. We still have Queller. We can't quell a Time Walk, but we can quell the Time Walks, the Time Warps, the take extra turn cards themselves are what kills you, but it's really the things that allow them to draw extra cards, and they still don't have one of those. Like this is kind of one. Oh, they kept it. Temporal Mastery. Okay. Let's see if they cast it, and I don't think this will be able to counter it. Ooh, crap. Yeah, I think it doesn't. Actually, you know what? This is important, so let me look it up. This is where I'm going to insert some sweet music in post. I'm actually not going to do it, but we'll edit it out. Spell Queller, Temporal Mastery. I'm pretty sure that's an alternative cost, and it won't be allowed to counter it. But it will let me cast it regardless. Yada yada yada. I'm not going to wait too much longer. Okay, well, we're just going to let this one resolve. I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long, but I'm going to consistently look this up. Yep. Spell Queller and Flashback. Okay, so that'll be probably what it is. No. Yeah, I'm very good with that. Not very good, but they're trying to buy time, and we are okay countering that. Wow, they bend to dictate. That feels aggressive, right? Isn't that what they're looking for? Maybe not. Soulfire Grandmaster, yes, we will bin it. Loot House, great. So we've gone through 2 of their exhaustions. I guess there's the other one. This is real good content here, me Googling things on my phone. Actually, the better Google search is Temporal Mastery and Miracle. Well, opponent's not doing anything either. I don't know what they have for 1 mana. Okay, so Spellqueller only cares about the CMC of the card, which I'm sure everyone who's cast Spellqueller more than I have knows. And I could have just read it, yep. Yeah. So let's see what they bin. Or rather, what they don't bin. If they exhaustion, I think I am going to look for a Logic Knot. It's kind of a high risk play because yeah, we're gonna look for a Logic Knot. Because if we don't get something, yeah, we'll bin that. They kind of got us. So they didn't have a land, right? So they bin the Halimar Depths. They could go off here. They still need a Dictate or Howling Mine to really do it, though. I think we need something good next turn. Exhaustion, sure. So we're gonna get to have Exhaustion into Time Walk? Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, if I had thought about it, I wasn't thinking about that card, but that's a good reason to have Graveyard Hate as well. They only have 2 cards in hand, though. Part the Water Veil, not going to cut it. One card in hand. It needs to be a Time Warp. Alright, it is. So they're going to have a 6/6, but we're actually going to be able to buy it back and just kill it. That's insane. So if they don't get another Time Walk here... Okay, they did not. Telling Time, they get to cast that. But then they can't cast anything else. This is also essentially a Howling Mine as well. Kokoro. This deck's pretty... It's a tight list. See if they even attack. Yep, they are. So we're looking for... Yes, we will bin that. Transform it? You betcha. So we can't do anything here. Oh yeah, we can path. That's great. Look at how good we are at Magic. So now they have 1 card in hand. They've got a flipped Azcanta, or Azcanta, you decide, and which isn't nothing, which is not nothing. Isn't nothing, not nothing. But once we've whittled their cards down. Oh man, another Time Walk. So Part the Water Veil is a great draw. We're not even gonna bother chumping it, to be honest. Wow, they have another one. Whew. Time Walk, okay. Time Warp. Draw a card. Ooh. Spellqueller. We're going to take the hit on this first one. we're not too worried about the damage. We would love to have another red. Oh, mother of pearl. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's gonna be rough. We're not blocking this turn either. So they're gonna be able to activate. We need them to whiff on this activation, the next activation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Temporal Mastery. Okay, they didn't whiff on the next activation. But it costs a bunch at least. Alright, we're gonna let them hit us again because I don't think they have a way to bounce us. Could be Cryptic Command, but... if we get to untap... Yep. If this is their last Time Walk, we're gonna be alright. Well, no, we're not alright, are we? Yeah, we're dead. Okay. So yeah, we needed them to whiff once more. Azcanta is really good in their deck. That's unfortunate. Or if they have one exhaustion that resolved, that we would have been able to cast Lightning Bolt, and that would have got us just enough life to get us one more turn. We're going to play one more. I know I said I wouldn't play all that many, but those last two are kind of real bummers to end on. Thunderbird 87, okay. Playing in the queues is kind of dangerous because you might match up against the same exact deck, but... yeah, this is alright. It's a turn slow because we drew both of our... well, I suppose we have Glacial Fortress as well. But we drew our slow lands. But in a deck like this, I think we prefer this to the fast land. I know. I would debate rather strongly with someone who'd rather have access to this on turn 1. Okay, blue-green Merfolk. This is a good hand against that. If I had drawn an untapped land, I would have debated over search, and I probably would have played it because I think it's the best time too. But I would have thought about it. I'd love to grab a Lord with the Spell Snare. I'll grab that too. That card's pretty good. I'm still not sure if blue-green Merfolk is an upgrade or any better, but I don't think it's much worse. So here, since we have another Spell Snare, we're gonna wait one. We missed a land drop. Let's get the search down. We need this value. So if they play Lord, basically just Lord here. Looks like they have another Branch Walker. That's not so bad. Curse Catcher, okay. If they don't have a land, okay, we're both low on land. That's fine. So we're banning anything that isn't a land. Yes. Oh man. Missing land drops certainly feels bad. So I think we have to let... oh, interesting. We got silver go? We'll Spell Snare that. Harbinger of the Tides in hand, Aether Vial. Interesting. I think we're just going to conserve the life total here. We need time. They have Harbinger. Not that it really... I mean, we'd like to get this Harbinger land. Alright. Come on, land. Yes. Oh, that is still a land. Okay. I suppose we'll wait. Because we can get a Lord if they hard cast it. Really depends on what they cast here. They can Violin. Okay, yeah, we'll get that Lord. Snapcast. Ooh, actually, they could. Yeah, if they Violin Curse Catcher here, this is actually a pretty big misplay. So they should have responded by Violin Curse Catcher, but they just saw the Snapcaster and got disheartened. Or maybe, no, Curse Catcher's is in the yard. How did it get there? Ooh, I have not been paying attention. So they might not have Curse Catcher, actually. Oh, yeah, they binned it with Explorer. Right. Yes, but the white card in the yard. Here I'm attacking in. Am I? We have Snapcaster Bolt, we have Electrolyze. Yeah, let's attack in. Because if they block, we get rid of a Merfolk, which is great. And we have an answer for this Merfolk. So they have Harbinger of the Tides, we know. They bin that Curse Catcher, because I am paying attention. Ooh, this is interesting. I think we're just going to Logic Knot here. Ooh, no, we're not going to knot it. Let's see if they unsummon me. There's no way you do, right? Yeah. I'm not that lucky. Really hoping for a Vileden Lord. Looks like we're going to get our wish. We don't have any islands. Okay, so here I think the play is we can Electrolyze the Lord, but I think what I want to do is get in Snapcaster and Bolt, and that way I can get rid of 2 Merfolk, rather than just one in them. Yeah, rather than just one in a draw, because we can Electrolyze next turn. Let's get that. Boom. Block. Bang. And we found a way to get into this game. Snapcaster Mage is good, but I think we just need lands more. Oh crap, I am really bad at search. I keep doing it wrong. So here we're just attacking in. I suppose we're not actually at this point. They're either going to Violent a Lord if they draw it, or they're not. And if they Violent in, we can Electrolyze. So yeah, this Snapcaster Mage should be in the bin. It could end up serving us well. Oh yeah, they're playing around a counterspell. Oh man, drawing. That's a great thing to Lord in, do Violent. Ooh, Readery. Yeah. We're gonna let it resolve. I could have Logic Knotted there, but for the same reason we Snapcaster Bolted last turn, we want to get as many Merfolk dead as possible. So we get to get that. Which one's more annoying? I suppose if they have a way to bounce the 2-drop, it's more annoying. I don't think they do, though. And I don't think they're running Master of Waves. Path. You would be good. Land. No. Okay. Do not put it. So we should have drawn that. And yes, we would love to flip you. So we got 2 lands now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we get to Ojutai's command. Back. Snapcaster Mage. Question is, do we want to? I think we do. Well, no, not right. Not the first time. We're going to want a Snapcaster Electrolyze. Wait for them to attack. They think the coast is clear, but it's not, because we're sneaky. Hollowed Fountain is the get. Opponent is now suspicious, and with good cause. Ooh, we getting a concession? We might. Snapcaster value is a tough pill to swallow. And we shall block. And now we are in easy street. We'd love lands. Lands is great. Lands is great. Let's see, if we shock, we can 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, no reason to shock. We're gonna activate the Azcanta ability. We're gonna Impulse Unless they cast a creature spell here. 1, 2, 3. This card was bonkers. That card is bonkers. Any order. Opt. Put that on top. Yeah, that's going to seal the game. It's kind of funny to say. But it is, actually. A lifelinker plus all of our burn spell being lifelink is really good. Really good against any deck that's trying to kill you with damage. Here we're just gonna we're not gonna get too greedy with our electrolyzes. We're gonna lightning bolt. Any order. Oh, another bolt. Thank you. So yeah, as you can see, once you get this bad boy going in a deck that has a lot of spells, it is value town. So here we're actually gonna activate its ability. Yeah. So we were going to start just buying back lightning bolts and winning in a very disheartening way for our opponent. PN Kieran seems good. I don't think Stony Silence is that good. Maybe it actually is. I don't think we're too concerned by it. Staticaster really, it's a good blocker, but it really only gets Curse Catcher or Silvergill Adept. I think our main deck is just pre-boarded for this, isn't it? I suppose we could take out the knots, assuming that they have Cavern of Souls, but they might not. Spell Queller is really good. Wow, yeah. So yeah, we're obviously, this is as I said earlier in the deck tech, like against creatures, I think we're pretty dang good. To the point where I don't think I'm even gonna sideboard in this obviously good card. Blocking is actually that's what we'd want it for, and blocking is actually kind of hard usually. Just happened to work out that we didn't have islands. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe we bring in a Staticaster for a Logic Knot. I feel just like, well, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's better. I feel like they're filling similar roles, but being able to block potentially is good. Yeah, this hand's pretty dang good. It'll be even better once we've organized it. Yep. I'll take that past exile any day of the week, twice on Sundays. That is a saying that you hear people say sometimes. Would love to Spell Snare. I'm not going to get to. We're not going to fetch here. Conserving life and maximizing our chance at a land. Of course, now we're off of Logic Knot for turn 2, but I think that's okay. Metavolt's always good. Yeah, we're just gonna get this one. Eventually, they're going to draw Aether Vial. And this card is surprisingly good. It gives you a Dispel for this? Oh, that's great. No, I would not want to. I'm very happy with that. Like, this card is good, but it's not protectable good. Like, you want to save that for your Lords. So, that could mean, so they have the Merfolk Branchwalker on top of their deck. That could mean that they have more interaction. I'm definitely not pathing it. Oh, unfortunate. I might just run a Snapcaster out into it, though. Preferably, I'd like to do that to Mutavault, even though Branchwalker attacks for more. We'll see what happens. So we know they have Branchwalker. They play Lord of Atlantis here. I'm just gonna. Ooh, I can't Logic Knot. Yeah, we'll let it resolve. So here I'm thinking they're gonna activate Mutavault and Jam. Yeah. So actually click on your path. So we're ramping them, unfortunately, but the fact that they wanted to jam with Mutavault means they don't have Silvergill Adept or more protection spells. So it's a good time to get the Lord, and we really need that card gone. This needs to be a land. Okay, sweet. So here we're gonna hold up Logic Knot and Path rather than just Electrolyze right away. Obviously Path and Logic Knot is a bit of a nombo, but the fact that we have fetch lands, we interact early, we spend cards. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're fetching. Island. So we deny them a little bit of selection. Yeah, we gotta fetch all. I mean, we could tap them out, but I think it's better. Obviously, we'd rather spend it on a Lord, but we'll spend it where we can. The fact that they've shown they're willing to protect it with Spell Pierces is great. Like, it's unfortunate that it's resolving, but it's like every Spell Pierce used is a spell we're going to get to kill a Lord with, which is really what we're all about. So we're gonna get hit for 2 here. And then we're gonna hold up Queller. Ooh, they have another one? Wow, that's kind of insane. I mean, it's really good. It's been good. I wouldn't necessarily say really good. It's been good against us so far, but what are you siding out? I guess maybe they're siding out their. Ooh, that's real good. So now I'm gonna Snapcaster Path. Yeah, that seems good. I guess they're siding out their Aether Vials. Aether Vials is quite good though. I think Aether Vials is better than interacting with our spells, but I could be wrong. It's served them well this game. Don't think we care about that, right? No. If we need a red, we can fetch for it. And obviously, Dispel and Spell Pierce makes it so. Ooh, okay. Makes it so Spell Queller is going to resolve because they're not interacting with that portion of our deck. I think I'm good just taking 2 here and holding off because they have something else they want to cast, and if it's a interaction spell with the spell, then they're getting it for 2 anyways. If it's a Lord, then they either can't cast it this turn or we get to get it. Harbinger of the Tides in hand, which means they don't have anything else. So getting a 2/1 is getting a 2/1. They could draw into something to interact with this path. And I'd like for it to be good. So now they can play their Harbinger. But we're okay. We're not great though. So this Ojutai's command is going to have to do work next turn. So we're going to go up to 8, down to 4 again. Well, down to 3 because of this fetch. So preferably I'd like to counter. So say what we do. Say we get rid of the Harbinger. We're dead. So yeah, this Jeskai command. It's got to get back Snapcaster and gain 4 life more than likely. Okay. So if they have a way to interact with this, we're dead. Looks like they do. Okay. So they sideboarded into a whole lot of spell-based interaction, and we can definitely go tit for tat with that. Ojutai's command is not going to be good if they have a whole lot of dispels. Sure, this seems fine. So maybe we do want, I think we do want this over perhaps Logic Knot. And yeah, so they're going to be able to interact with our spells pretty well. So maybe we want Negate over Logic Knot. That can't be right. Logic Knot just... One Logic Knot seems fine. Ooh, sorry about that. Just dropped my mouse. Getting buck wild in here. So merits to this hand: Lightning Bolt, Opt, Young Pyromancer. Basically a handful of good stuff. If we don't draw another land, we're donezo. But we have a whole lot worse 6s. So how bad is it if we don't draw a land? We get to opt, so if there's not a land on the top 2 cards, sorry, 3 cards, because we draw, we scry, we draw, we scry, we draw, so 4 cards technically. We still get the Lightning Bolt next turn, so it could be, we have 5 shots at a land. If we draw another opt, we get 2 more. We technically get 7. 5 shots at a land, so 5 out of, just say 5 out of 53. It's not really that. It's hypergeometric, but I'm not thinking about that right now. 5 out of 53 is technically 1 in 10. Oh, no. How many lands do we have? We have 21 left. That's 1 in 5. Yeah, I like that. This is a gamble, for sure. But these cards are all really good in the matchup. And opponent mulliganed. We're going to pass. I don't think this is a 1-drop. We would rather bolt than opt. Nah. So this is the worst one. Oh, there it is. We're doing it. That's the worst 1-drop for them to have in that situation, because then we won't be able to cast bolt. Queller's good. We're going to fetch. We're already taking some damage here, but that's fine. So do we want double red or double blue? We definitely want white. I think we probably want double red because we can bolt snap bolt. We have more. We have access to more islands in our deck, and so now even if they're dispelling, we're getting value thanks to old young P. Unfortunate, but not the worst. I'm not blocking, but we'll block next turn with a token. Land so good. Oh, we're so good at Magic. So we're attacking for sure. I don't know if that attack's correct because you're holding back my Young Pyromancer, trading 2 for 1. We're at 14, and I guess you are an aggressive deck, so yeah, it's probably correct. Let's just quell this. Denies them a card. We get something down. They can't attack. They could be holding Dispel. All those things seem good. So they said they have Regery in hand, so we'd like one of these things to resolve. Ooh, yeah, not a good card against us. Path. So here we're attacking in. Chris Catcher's not doing too much currently. I will Snapcast back opt if opponent doesn't do anything, just to see if they'll pop. And if they don't, it's good to get the value, and we do need lands. So they're not casting Regery. Another Adept. Yeah, that works. Shut off that Regery again. I don't know what I'm doing here. Floating. Okay, that's kind of weird. Yeah, that's good. So we get them to attack in. Yeah, this is gonna work out real well for us. We get to kill that with a token. We will certainly pay for it if they sacrifice. It might as well. Yep. And we're looking good. So they have Regery and an Unknown in hand, and they'll probably cycle that next turn. We might not even give them a chance to. Well, I guess we have to. Staticaster is really good on this board. We're going to swing in with both those guys. If you can keep their lords, the Island Walk, I guess all their lords kind of give them Island Walk, off the table, Young Pyromancer shuts the game down. They just can't attack, and we get to accrue value just by playing the game of Magic. So there's Regery. Yep. So I think the best play here is to Path first if they have Dispel, because they're gonna want to get rid of it. They're gonna want to use it. I kind of think they do have it. Oh, they don't have it. All right. Well, unfortunate. We gave them a land. But yeah, like Aether Vial, whatever they sided out for this makes their deck a whole lot worse. And, you know, you're going to get games like they got last time where they just get to go off with their interaction. But that's not the norm, I would say. But you do remember those games. I'd like to hear from a Merfolk player to see what they have to say about it. But from my perspective, at least from this side of the table, yeah, I don't think you want to be aggressively siding into Dispels and Spell Pierces. So yeah, that's the deck. As long as you leave your mana open against that Nauseam, I don't think it's a horrible matchup. It is quite bad because Spell Queller, can't get a Nauseam. Who knew? But yeah, I think first and foremost, I think this card is busted. Maybe not busted, but I think this card is quite good in Modern. This might not be the shell for it. I think it's actually pretty good though, because it kind of does what I want Jace to do, but I don't have to wait until turn 4 to play it. And getting it, like I said earlier, getting a card down early against control matchups where you don't really want to play Young Pyromancer on turn 2 anyways. You want to wait till you get value. Soulfire Grandmaster, not the best on turn 2 in certain matchups. This is the card you want to be playing on turn 2, and for that reason, I probably do want 3. But it's so good if a deck is trying to grind with you, because we are for a Jeskai deck, we're very good at grinding. Ojutai's Command, search for Azcanta, pretty great. Logic Knot gets rid of anything bad. I'm happy with this deck. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's good. And I think this is a good jump off point. And yeah, we're going to be playing more with this card. Probably more dedicated control-y matchups. I think it's, despite, Blood Moon getting it when it flips, you still play Desolate Lighthouse in those matchups anyways. I think it's just really good in that. Perhaps this Kiki challenge deck, I think it's very good in. I think I think I've got a list for it. Yeah, I played this a little earlier today. I liked it a lot. So I'm gonna play some more with this. Play some more with that Jeskai Cards deck. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Ocean Command, very underplayed. In fact, I might be the only person playing it right now in Modern currently. I don't think you want to jam in 4 of it, but when it's good, it's quite good. And I think it's good with these conjunction of 2 drops. I could be missing one, and maybe instead of Soulfire, we want Thing of the Ice. Maybe. I don't know. Stuff, food for thought, though. Anyways, hope you guys liked Jeskai Cards. Yeah, we should have another video out tomorrow, and had a blast, and, hope you guys are having a good day out there. Thanks for all the subs out there. You guys are... I mean, I'm doing it for myself and my testing, but I'm also doing it for you guys, and so it feels good. So shout out to all you guys. Yeah, anyways, that's it. Andrew, signing off.